Hi everyone, welcome back to Tuesday Doodles, and thanks to everyone who gave me suggestions about the name. Someone said Tuesday Doodles, and I just knew that I had to choose that one because my old username was Miss Doodle Girl, and I changed it to JelArts, but now I can still have a piece of the doodle portion of that in my channel. And so basically in these videos, I sketch something and I talk about something usually based on what you suggested in the previous video. So if you have suggestions for future videos like this. And the first thing I want to say is I have these gel pens. They were sent to me by like a seller on Amazon, and they originally just going to send it to me just for me to just try them out. I didn't have to make a video, but they want to give away 3 of these to my viewers. So there'll be a link in the description if you want to enter that. The rules will be there. So if you want to win one of these, there's 100. It's like actually insane how many gel pens are in this thing. It's a lot. It's a lot of gel pens. I think gel pens are really fun for, like, I don't know, writing in a planner or just doodling. These are just like, you know, your basic gel pen. It's what you'd expect. Sometimes they skip, but most of them work pretty well. So I'm just gonna be using these, and I'm gonna be drawing. I'm gonna try to draw bears. Suggested by someone, and I want to talk about daily sketching habits in this video. So I'm going to choose what color I'm going to use. Probably not a sparkly one. Maybe I'll try out this blue. So a daily sketching habit. I think the good thing about sketching every day, even like some days you'll feel more like sketching and other days you won't feel like sketching as much, but I think at least doing something every day just keeps you in that art mood. And I think once you kind of get the ball rolling, it's easier to stay on track with sketching every day. So the more you do, the more you can do, kind of thing. And sketching every day, just like it gets you to just keep drawing every day. And I think it's important because the more you sketch, the more you draw, the more you do anything, the better you'll get at it. So the same kind of applies to, I just smudged it. Oh, I forgot you have to wait for gel pens to dry. It's skipping now. I think it's important to try to sketch as much as you can, and if you're looking to try to keep up a daily sketching habit, I would just recommend just don't worry about the way things look. Don't worry about your sketchbook looking really neat. Of course, it's nice to have something that looks neat, but it's also really nice to have a place where you can just throw whatever you want and not have to worry about what it looks like, which I think it's helpful to have a sketchbook like that. To have a sketchbook that you don't really care about. I kind of care about this one because it's my school one, and I know I might have to show people, and I don't want it to just be like horrible stuff in here. Be careful with gel pens that you don't smudge what you just did. So it's useful to just have a place where you can just throw whatever you want, and I've been kind of using sketchbooks like that just to like scribble. Like, even it doesn't have to be a study. You can just pick it up and just start doodling random things, and it just gets you in, it just keeps up the momentum of you drawing. And then some days you might actually feel like doing something more involved in your sketchbook or doing more studies. It's really helpful to do like gestures of poses, so you can look up different poses and try to draw them. And that is really helpful. It helps your art so much doing like copying things and studying them, which is what I'm doing right now. You know what I think would be fun to draw? To draw some goats. Or chickens. I made this leg too thick so now it doesn't look like a leg. It's hard to do things in pen. Like, this is so messy and kind of weird looking. Another good thing to sketch in is pen, like I'm doing, because you can't erase your mistakes. So it kind of forces you just to keep going and not dwell too much on one place if it's not looking right. Which I wish I could erase some of this, but I can't. You can get erasable pens, but that kind of defeats the purpose. But even erasable pens, you can only erase it so many times before you can't write on the surface anymore. I might do a little bit of grass here to establish some ground. There's this nice greenish color I might try to use. Oh, it doesn't work very well. Maybe I'll just stick with the blue, keep the trend. Maybe I'll do some like more gestures, or I don't know, let's try this one. I think an important part of bears is like this little hunch that happens here. and then just getting all their rolls of fat right. It'd be cool to see a bear skeleton. I've never thought about that before. It helps to kind of like break it down into sections. So I'm like imagining as if it's like a little, like a doll. So like, okay, this leg would snap on there. This leg is under here. I don't know if I'm doing the best job, but just like a little quick little study of it. I keep smudging it, like I'm getting that little smudge mark on my finger from smudging it too much. Kind of lost the accuracy in the legs here. So I try to sketch every day. Like I at least draw something every day, but some days are more productive than others. But I try to, because I just see myself getting faster and better the more I draw. It's kind of hard to draw with this because so much ink comes out. So if you want less ink to come out, you got to press really light. This is so strange looking. I don't know why it looks really strange to me. I've never like drawn a bear before. I know lots of people have drawn bears, but like I've never drawn like a realist. Like this isn't realism. This is just like, I don't know, just sketching. But I've never like actually drawn a bear. Like I've drawn a cartoony version of a bear, but not an actual bear. There's just so many things that you just don't realize you've never drawn. I hope you enjoyed this little casual video, drawing some bears, talking about sketching habits, which can definitely improve your art if you sketch more, the more you sketch. And a good way to get into sketching more often if you're having a hard time is to keep a sketchbook that you just don't care about. Just throw whatever you want into that sketchbook. It's like your messy sketchbook. You can do whatever you want. You can just doodle, you can mindlessly just like study or just draw, practice different styles, whatever you want, and you can just throw whatever you want into that sketchbook, and it doesn't matter what it looks like, so that way you don't feel like you're going to ruin the sketchbook. And sketching every day, sketching often can just really help you keep up the momentum, because the more you can sketch, like the more you do, the more you can do. So if you keep up your sketching habit, you might find yourself actually wanting to sketch, which definitely happened to me. So I hope you enjoyed this Tuesday doodle, where I doodle on Tuesdays and talk about a specific topic, just give my little opinion about it. And if you have any suggestions for next time, things you want me to draw or things you want me to talk about, please let me know, and I'll see you in my next video.